my channel. How are you doing today? Today I'm just cruising and thought just, jump on a chat, answer some of the questions that I've been seeing here on my channel. I try my best to answer questions, but some do get lost, I ain't gonna lie. But it's not intentional. Know that it's not intentional. So I thought I would just hop on, and if you're one of my subscribers and you asked a question and did not get a response, you could always ask that question and I'll respond. But hey, let's first talk about what I do here on this channel. My name is Dr. Britton. I share how you can get a teaching job in the United States. Recently, I've added Japan. I have shared some information about Japan, but more will be coming. So be on the lookout. If you are from certain countries, I did share those countries in my videos, who I'll be taking, through the process for that Japan assisting. You actually will be an assistant teacher in Japan, and to be eligible to go through with me, you definitely need to be an American from Kenya, South Africa, and one other country. I don't remember off the top of my head, but yes. But let's talk today mainly about how you can get a teaching job here in the United States. Now, if you're new to my channel, you would not know that I do share information as to how to get a teaching job in the United States. And last Sunday, I had live a representative from a J1 cultural exchange sponsor sharing the steps. So I try to provide the information, and I do get through by providing a lot of informative information, but also I love getting people who are actually in the field, people who you will actually come across if you apply to one of these J1 sponsors, to come and share with you, so you can see that these people are actually real people behind the scenes, and you don't need to feel like you're being scammed, because I know in these days a lot of scamming. So we did have Mr. Jeff Seaby. If you missed live, that was last week's Thursday on my channel. It's on my channel. If you go under the live tab, you will see it, where Mr. Seaby shared how you can get a teaching job through his J1 program, cultural exchange program, that's called Participate Learning. You will, get details as to where to start, what to do, and even if you want to get like real-time feedback, time results, he did mention how you can do that on their website. So if you missed that, you definitely need to check that. You definitely need to check that video out and that information from Jeff. But yeah, I do share a lot of information. This is terrible. I'm seeing the glare in my face. Yeah, so I'm seeing my phone shadow in my face. That's so funny. The phone shadow is right there in my face because the sun is right there. Anyway, the message is what is important, not the view. Alright, so if you're interested to get a teaching job in the United States, definitely my videos on this platform. I share a lot of videos that tell you how to get up in the United States. And a lot of people have gotten a job just by, browsing through my videos and follow the instructions that I gave. So I do provide one-on-one consultation, meaning if you've gone through all videos and you still need that one-on-one consultation, where I'm talking to you on a one-to-one basis, you can check out my YouTube, my website, supremacyconnect.com, and book a session where you can actually, hey, Dr. Britton, who's that? Isaiah. Hey, Isaiah. Where you can actually speak to get more information on how you can get a teaching job in the United States. But there's two main ways that we usually talk about here on the United States, or should I say, two main visa types that we share or I share on this platform. That's the J1 visa sponsors and also H1B visa sponsors. So when you are thinking to come to the United States, you may want to consider different types of visas for family. I usually say the J1 visa is for people who definitely know you're coming with your family, and you definitely know your family or your significant other is going to need a work permit, because on the J1 visa, you're J2 dependent, and if you're coming to J1 visa, your significant other, you have to be married. They will not allow like common law relationship, and you say, hey, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, and I want him or her to come with me on the program. It has to be somebody that you're married to. So if you know that you definitely need your husband or your wife to work, the J1 might be a better fit, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be a better fit for your family. You have to take other things into consideration. But with the J1 visa, your significant other is eligible to apply for a work permit, and if that work permit is approved, they can apply for a job in the United States. And usually in any state, your significant other on their J2 visa will not be tied down to a specific what do you call it now, workplace. Like you the J1 visa holder, you definitely can only work for your J1 sponsor, but your significant other, while he or she gets his J2 visa, they can work for any company they get a job offer from. Okay? And as opposed to the J1 visa, now with the H1B visa, your significant other again have to be married, but they will not be eligible to apply for a work permit. So those are two of the differences. Hey Deborah from Ghana, how you doing? So two of the big differences with those visas, and which one you think would be more beneficial for your need or your family need. Once you have gotten an understanding of which visa type you want to go on, you also want to know which program sponsor. If you choose J1, which program sponsor you want to go with. There are so many of them, and again, I shared a lot of them on this channel. You have to do your research on them to see which one is a good fit for you, which state they place teachers in, what are the possibilities of you being placed in the state that you are desirous of going, and things like that. With the J1 program sponsors, you basically have that company to rely on if you need additional help when you come to the United States. They're basically your sponsor. So if you have any type of issue, you can reach out to your sponsor for help. While on the H1, they usually just hire people to work. Not saying they're just going to hire you high and dry and that's it, but in most cases, they are not aware of the cultural differences and what to expect. In most cases, I did not say all. So that's something you have to take into consideration. So it's kind of safer when you go to J1. Like you have that family in the background, waiting to help you if you have any difficulty, as opposed to the H1B. It's more than like you're on your own. That's gonna be the truth. Many people usually gravitate to the H1B because it has dual intent, meaning you can be on the H1B visa and up to apply for permanent residence. You can stay on it for up to 6 years, while the J1 visa you can stay on that for 5 years, but it's a cultural exchange visa, meaning after your time in the US has ended, you need to return to your home country. I usually share also that there are ways around that, but that's not the most important thing. The thing is for you to know which program you want to come on. What's your goal? If you're coming just to share your culture, that's definitely the visa for you. and then you go home after your tenure. Yes. So I see Isaiah and Deborah online, and I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment if you're hearing clearly. I don't know if it's noisy from driving, but yeah, those are just some of the things to consider. Applying to teach in the United States, as I always tell other people, is just like applying for a job in your home country. You find the school district, or you find the school you're interested in, you go onto their website, you complete an application, you wait for an interview. It's the same if you're applying to a J1 visa sponsor. You go on their website, you put your have a lot of teachers come and share their teaching experience. So if you want to know from teachers who are here first and what it is like teaching in the United States, you definitely can check out those live videos that I did with actual teachers who are actually teaching in the United States to see what it is like teaching here. I have someone coming on tomorrow, Sunday at 6 p.m. EST. She will be coming to share what special education is like in the United States. I've been getting this question, what is special education? Because I've been talking about special education, and a lot of countries, a lot of people don't know what special education is. So she's a special education teacher here. She's also an international teacher. So she's going to be coming to share what special education is, what it is, what is an IEP, how to plan, how to write your IEPs and stuff like that. So I know definitely somebody that teaches special education saw that this is definitely needed, because as a SPED teacher, I want to know what it is like in the United States. So you can also check that out. Tomorrow we're going to be live again with this young lady who's going to share what special education in the United States is. Now, I know I really cannot see because of the sun, but I'm trying. Let me take my glasses off. Oh, I'm wearing a costume because I'm going to a 70s party. The gentleman I'm going to his party, he turned 20 today, and they're keeping a surprise party for him. So we're to dress like how they dressed in the 70s. So I'm in my hip outfit. I have a degree in guidance and counseling and a diploma in basic education. Okay, Polly. So the major requirement, and as I mentioned there, Polly, the gentleman that was on last Sunday, I'm not sure which country you're messaging from, the gentleman that was on Sunday that was on live, if you go on the live, you will see it. He's a program sponsor that sponsors jail visas. And I did ask that question, what if the candidate has a bachelor's degree in guidance counseling, but the person has teaching experience? And he did say they could be considered. So you definitely need to check that live out to see, or learn more about it. I see one drawback is that they don't accept teachers from Ghana, the program sponsor that I'm mentioning. They do accept teachers from Kenya and South Africa. And I don't know why. I'm just relaying what he said, but you can go and watch the live. He did say they're considering other countries, so don't be daunted. Ghana might be added to it, maybe in the future. But as of last Sunday when we were talking, Ghana was not on the list of countries that they hire teachers from. I have 10 years. Okay, good. 10 years. Oh, I am now in. So I'm wondering if it was you that was asking the questions last week, Polly. I know somebody asked that same question that was in the UK. Also asked a question because they were from, I'm assuming it's you. No, it wasn't you. Well, the same background from Ghana, but in the United Kingdom teaching. I don't remember what his response was to that question, but someone did ask that question. But you can check the live out. It's still on my channel. It's the last live before this one. And he did share a lot of informative information about how to get a teaching job in the United States. So yes. So I was mentioning you can go through a J1 program sponsor, or you can do your direct hire, meaning you find a school district on your own and apply to them and get a job, and they will do the paperwork process for you to get an H-1B visa. Most of the school districts that you go to directly will offer an H-1B visa. Some of them will work with a J1 visa sponsor as well. Those are things that you can consider. Again, as I say, there's a lot of information on my YouTube channel. I even share on how you can get a teaching license from your home country. I know that's one way also to boost your resume when you're applying for a teaching job in the United States. Having a teaching license to teach in the United States, so they see that qualifications or you're qualified to teach in the US. So that's also there. I think I have a playlist with some states, and more states will be added soon on as to how to get a teaching job in the United States, a teaching license in the United States. Now, a lot of school districts are open now and taking in applications. So if you're interested in getting a teaching job, you definitely need to be on that right now, doing your research, putting your application in, getting somebody to assist you if you need that additional help. Could you share some of the school search? How can I say? Probably a lot of those are shared on my YouTube channel. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes look at the thumbnail, what they say. Sometimes it will say H-1B visa sponsors. If it says H-1B visa sponsors, I'm sharing schools that serve teachers H-1B visa. You watch those videos, you get information, you apply to those schools. Also, I share J1 visa sponsors. If that's on the thumbnail, then there's some. Let me give you something else that's very important. I did a playlist. I think it was last year, but it's still valid because those schools are still accepting international teachers. I did a playlist on J1 and H1B sponsors. So if you don't want to search all over, you can do my playlist. Look for the playlist that says J1 and H1B sponsors. Believe me, you will find the information with different schools that sponsor international teachers to teach in the United States. So again, that's the playlist that says J1 and H1B sponsors. See, you can just let me know in the comment section that you saw it. But yes, a lot. And other from that playlist, there are others on the channel, on my YouTube channel. I also have a Facebook page. If you don't know, you can follow me also on Facebook. It's the same name, Kicking with Dr. Britton. I'm also on IG, Kicking with Dr. Britton, as well as TikTok. TikTok is a different name. It's dr.wb. But yeah, so a lot of schools, they do, because let me tell you something, they are in need of teachers, not just in the United States. Everywhere need teachers. Everywhere need teachers. And so there's always a need for teachers. There's always a need for teachers who are highly qualified teachers. And they will say that, highly qualified teachers. So if you are qualified, you have a bachelor's degree in education, you definitely, and you have the other requirements that I mentioned earlier, you will never know. I say this all the time. A lot of people will, as I mentioned earlier, I try to respond to every single email, every single comment on my channel. But some of the comments, people might be saying, I have this, this, and this, this, and this. Am I eligible? There are videos that share eligibility requirements. So it's easier for you to look at those videos that show what the eligibility requirements are to teach in the United States. And then you check the boxes for yourself to say, oh yes, I have the requirements to teach in the United States. Okay? So you can check to see what the requirements are, see if you have those. If you don't have them, see how you can work on getting them and try to, applications in. Alright, again, I cannot see. This time I'm going to put on my test glasses so I can see what this comment is saying. I'm not seeing it, and I think the sun is in my eyes. I cannot see. I'm curious to see what the new administration will change. Wait, let me put this down because the sun is definitely in my eye. Will change and nationally. I know that you will keep us posted. Oh yeah, I didn't get off because the sun is still glaring in my eyes, but I think I got what you're saying. You're curious to see what the new administration is going to be changing. Everybody's curious to see that. Trust. Everybody's curious to see it. But listen, I would not worry too much about it because it's just going to be what it is. It is going to be what it is. What can we do? There's not much we can do about it. There's not much we really can do about it. We're either just going to accept it or leave it. But I definitely get what you're saying, Miss James. I definitely, I didn't even see that it was you, Miss James. I didn't even saw that it was your comment. Yeah, there's not much we're going to be able to do, but everybody's anxious to see. Everybody's anxious to see. But what are we going to do? We're either going to accept it or refuse it, right? Well, definitely yes. Well, with all the excitement that was surrounding that, things are kind of calm now, so I don't know. I really don't know. And I don't even want to get into that. But I definitely know what you mean. Alright, so again, as I mentioned, if you missed Jeff Seavey last Sunday live, where we shared how you can get a teaching job in the United States through the J1 program sponsor Participate Learning, you definitely can check him out. It's on my YouTube channel under the live tab. Also, tomorrow we will have a guest coming on. She's a special education teacher. She's coming to share what special education is like in the United States. And trust me, I don't know which country you're watching from and if you practice special education in your home country, but special education in my home country of Jamaica, it's a total different game than what special education is in the United States. Okay? I know for some countries, and I'm gonna say not just Jamaica, our special needs kids sometimes do not even have the opportunity to go to school. Or if they have the opportunity to go to school, the parents don't want them to go because they're ashamed. They don't want people to see their children and, turn their nose up and, look down on their kids, look down on them and their family. And so they keep their special needs kids home. But in America, the special needs kids, they come to school. And they have things readily available for them. They do have the resources. I'm not going to say they have all the resources, but they try to have the resources for those special need kids. I know when I was teaching in South Carolina, we had children coming to school in wheelchairs, children coming to school in diapers, and they had teachers who were responsible for taking care. We had what they call those teachers were paraprofessionals or assistant teachers that work along with the general ed teacher to make sure these kids are clean when they need to be clean, fed when they are to be fed, but they're in the regular classroom setting. If you are from a country that has or practice special needs, let me know in the comment section what special education is like in your own country, in your home country. And also, you definitely don't want to miss that live tomorrow, because I'm just talking off of what I see. I'm not actually in the case. I'm not actually in the situation because I'm not a special education teacher. But tomorrow, when this special educator comes, she who has been in it, she will let us know what special education is like in the United States from her perspective. Yes, I would love to see that because it's different in my home country, Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, Miss James, what is it like in Trinidad and Tobago? What is special education like in Trinidad and Tobago? I just shared what it's like in Jamaica. We do have schools for kids with special needs, but sometimes the parents don't send those kids out. They make them stay home. And even though special needs schools, it's totally different from, what it is like here in the United States. I'm from Nigeria. Hey, Christopher from Nigeria. So, also, I'm thinking, I usually do some long traverse, and I started to do this before where I was doing lives while I'm driving, and I think I might continue doing this. Let me know in the comment section if you think this is a good idea. I'm not in any danger at all. I'm not holding the phone. The phone is clipped to the screen, and I'm driving. I'm paying attention, but it's just right there. I think a lot of information can be shared also this way because my commute is very long. Like right now, I'm heading to Georgia, and I am driving 1 hour and 15 minutes to get there. So I thought, let's do a live. So many days I could do a live in these commutes while I, traverse from one area to the next. Or let me see. My wife is an English teacher. Okay. All right. I know. Were you on the live last Sunday, Christopher? I know somebody was mentioning their wife was an English teacher, and I know the recruiter said they weren't seeking English teachers. They're seeking K to 5 because they basically specialize in K to 5 teachers. Yes, so definitely, guys, you need to be on the live tomorrow to get some more information about special education. I know somebody on Facebook asked, what is special education? Some people don't know what special education is. Basically, it's teachers that teach kids that have special needs. And the special needs can range from one level to a total, from one extreme to another extreme. It could be autism, it could be, ADHD, it can be so many different disorders or learning disorders or dyslexia, whatever it is. These teachers are trained to teach these kids that, what we call them in Jamaica, before it was special needs, people, there was some rude connotation to the terms that were used to call these kids. So I'm not even going to mention those on here, but just know they're children that have special needs. Some of them can be included in a regular classroom setting and some cannot. They have to be in a classroom by themselves where they're getting the teaching that is required for them. And there are some fancy terms that go with it, and I'm sure you're going to hear those terms tomorrow on the live, so you definitely want to check that out if you're interested. But yeah, now if you're on this live and you have not subscribed to my channel as yet, please go ahead and subscribe. I know for a fact that a lot of people, they watch but they don't subscribe. I don't know why. There's not a fee to subscribe to my channel. It's totally free. You don't need to pay 1 red cent. Once you hit the subscribe button, it's not gonna hurt, it's not gonna shock your finger, nothing is gonna happen to you. Nothing bad will happen. It's not scary. You just hit the subscribe button, turn the notification bells on. What it does, however, is to provide you with some positive things, like let you know when I'm live and let you know when I've uploaded a new video. So if you're here and you've not subscribed as yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Touch the subscribe button, turn your notification bells on. And also what I would love for somebody or all of you to do here today is to share my videos with somebody else who may need the information to teach in the United States, and tell that person to subscribe as well. Let them know a lot of informative videos are usually shared on the channel. I think the sun is going to come from my face as soon as I go on this exit, and then it's going to be behind me, hopefully, and then I'll be able to see a little better. She can teach for K to 12. Okay, good. She can teach from K to 12. So what is her degree in? Because I think what Mr. CB was saying last week, they're looking at the type of degree. So for a degree is a high school degree, maybe that's why he said, I'm not sure. And I'm not sure if it was even you that were on last week.
Then take the first right onto White Party Boulevard.
Yes, I think the sun is going to be to the back. It's my first time. It's your first time with me. So welcome, Christopher. Welcome. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and trust me, if you go ahead and check the videos out, there's so many informative videos that you can learn a lot from.
In 6.2 miles, keep left.
So again, as I mentioned, I'm also on Facebook under the same name, Kicking with Dr. Britton. I'm also on IG, Kicking with Dr. Britton. And I'm thinking shortly after this live, I'm going to go live on Facebook, because I'm usually neglecting Facebook. And I think I need to spend some more time on Facebook, because just because I think I should spend some more time on Facebook. But I try to share the same content on the platforms, but in some instances, like now I'm on YouTube, so Facebook would not see this, and so that's why I'm saying I may go on Facebook Live also, because I still have over 30 minutes to get to my destination. It was not me. Okay, it wasn't you. Okay, so Christopher, it wasn't you. There was somebody asking last week. So last week Sunday, there was a J1 program sponsor. If you go under my live tab, you will see the last live before this one. His name is Jeff CB from Participate Learning, and he was sharing how teachers can get a teaching job in the United States. You can check out his video and see if that would be a good fit for your wife. He even had a teacher on the live who was on their program. She went on their program twice, not once, twice. And she came to share her experience. So you can check that out to see if that may be a good fit for you and your family. Or as I said before, there's a lot more videos on my channel where I shared how to get a teaching job in the United States. You can check that out as well. Yeah, the sun is not in my face anymore, so that is way better. But as I mentioned, do go ahead and subscribe, turn your notification bells on. Be on the live tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST so that you can learn what special education is like in the U.S. currently. Also, check out my YouTube channel for other videos about how you can get a teaching job here in the United States. What can I say is similar to what you are saying? What I know is that we have special education schools but the teacher who specializes in special education teaches regular classes, including SPED kids. Yeah, that happens also. What they do here is that they call it inclusion classrooms. So it's done a lot of different ways, and I don't even want to spill all the beans because let the expert come and share it tomorrow. So I'm not even gonna share it. The expert will come and share. There's many different ways they do it here in the United States. That same special education thing. So many different ways that it's done. So if you're a special education teacher, you will not even know what role they want you to take until you are, interviewed. They will let you know the role that they have in their mind for the position they're interviewing for. So it might just say generally special education, but then when you interview, they tell you specifically what you're going to be doing. So definitely, if you're a SPED teacher, you want to know specifics. You have to ask that, because SPED comes in different forms in the United States. Yes, it does. Currently, Christopher, as Mr. CB said, they accept application right throughout the year. But I know at this point they are currently recruiting teachers for the 25-26 school year. So if you or your wife intend to get a job for that, the school year usually starts in August. So that's next year, August. She can start putting her paperwork in and start doing what she needs to do for that. Yeah, a lot of program sponsors, a lot of school districts are open now for applications. So I would say go ahead and start working on that now. I'm not gonna put a close date to those as yet because the bulk, even though a lot of them are accepting application now, the bulk of them will be accepting applications come January, right after the new year, when they know the school year is coming to an end, which most school closes in May or early June. They want to start the hiring process as early as possible so that teachers can know what their status is and start putting things in place if they need to go to the embassy to get their visas and stuff like that. Thank you, my sister. I love your videos. Thank you, Christopher. Awesome. Thanks for watching. I hope you're a subscriber. Oh, I was saying that. I know I was saying something and I got distracted. I know from looking at my analytics, a lot of people, they watch, but they have not subscribed as yet. I don't know what is it, why they're scared of subscribing. But it's not gonna hurt. Somebody please put in the comment section that you're subscribed and it has not hurt you so far and will never hurt, and you never pay 1 red cent. It's not gonna hurt. You don't need to pay. It's free just to get some good information. It's free.
Use the left 2 lanes to keep left.
I try, Christopher. I really try. Sometimes I have so many things to do, but I really try. And that's what I was saying. This is another good opportunity. I started to do this before where I was trying to do lives while I'm driving because there's a lot of time on my hands when I'm driving just to talk. But I don't know how good is the volume, how good is the audio, while I'm driving, because I know I'm driving, I'm here in the car, I'm here in the traffic. I don't know if you're watching, how good is the audio while I'm driving and live. Happy to join your live. I am a subscriber. Thank you, Winnie. Does not hurt. Thank you, Christopher. Does not hurt to subscribe. Thank you very much for that. So yes, I don't know. That's one of the reasons I stopped, because I wasn't sure. I know when I re-listened, it didn't sound good to me, but I didn't really ask the audience how it sounded to them. The audio while I'm live now, if it's clear, if it's shaky, if it's noisy, if the background is noisy, I don't know. Yeah, but that's something to take into consideration, because there's so many things I can do while driving. on these long journey. That's the next thing. Why some program sponsors say you must be a driver's license holder. Some states or some areas that you'll be placed to teach, they don't have public transportation. The first school that I was placed in did not have public transportation. I had to be able to drive. And I did not want to live in the same area where my school was. I could, but I did not want to. So I lived 20 minutes away, so I had to commute 20 minutes to and 20 minutes back home. Currently, my commute is even longer. I'm not even going to talk about it because it's tiring just to talk about it. But you can live in, I know teachers who live 2 minutes away from their school and they're fine with it. So it's going to be dependent on you. But how does the audio sound? Let me know in the comment section. How does the audio sound when I'm live? The audio is clear. Good. Thanks for that, Thompson. Thanks for that. So as I said earlier in the live, if you missed that live last Sunday, how to get a teaching job on a J1 program sponsor, we had a J1 recruiter who came and he shared and he gave a lot of information. He even had a presentation. He even have a presentation that he shared and he showed how to go on his website and how you can reach them live in the days, Monday to Friday, stuff like that. If you're interested, go and check them out. And again, tomorrow we'll be live at 6 p.m. Now, again, as I say, you can find a lot of information on my YouTube channel on how you can get a teaching job here in the United States. Guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you who came on this evening to drive with me. I still have a few minutes to go, but I may hop over to Facebook. I'm not sure. And chat with them for a few before I get to my destination. I'm excited. Did I mention I'm going to a hippie party? Oh, let me put my glasses back on. A gentleman that I worked with, he turned 70 years old. He turned 70 years old today, and his wife is keeping a surprise party for him because he's turning 70. She wants us to dress like how they dressed in the 70s. And so I'm in my barefoot pants, my hippie jacket, my hippie vest, and my hippie costume. Guys, let me know if you like my hippie costume. I will try to post a full picture of it on the community so you can see what they dressed like in the 70s. Agree. That's agree. Oh, I thought. Yes, I'm gonna go put my dancing legs on now, Miss James. All work and no play make Jack a dull boy. So I've worked hard all week, and I'm going now to go enjoy this party in one piece. I'm going in one piece and back home in one piece by the grace of God. Yes. So I'm excited to see the other costumes, the other people. The sun is back in my face. I'm excited to see the other costumes, the other people who are dressed in their 70s attire. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see when we surprise him, because the party is supposed to be at 4, but she said come 10 minutes before so we can gather in the venue and hide out so he doesn't know we're there to surprise him. It's been a while I've been out like this, so I'm kind of excited. Yes, I'm excited. And again, I cannot see the comment because the sun is in my face. But I'm trying to see it. But I'm excited to go put my dancing shoes on or keep my dancing boots off. Alright guys, I'm going to end this live. I wish you all have an awesome weekend. I'll see you tomorrow. The sun is not giving me a chance to be great. It's right in my eyes. So I'm gonna end this live. I might even have to wait until I stop driving to end the live because I cannot see the screen, and I want to stay focused on the road. But it was really nice having you guys chatting with me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And oh, nobody told me if you want me to do more of these lives while I'm driving, because so many information can be shared, like on specific topic while I'm driving. If I know what is it you need, I can come and share those while I'm driving also. All right, now I can stop. Again, bye guys. Bye guys. Let me see. So true. Take good care and be safe. Thank you, Petal. Bye guys. I'm off.